Hello everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a reading today for your divine masculine. So if you are divine feminine on a spiritual journey, this is going to be about your divine masculine's ascension process, how your masculine is feeling towards you, etc. So if that sounds like your sort of reading, go ahead and stay tuned. If this type of subject is something that you just feel is not really resonating with you at this time, or it's just not the kind of subject that you want to plug into, by all means, just skip this reading, okay? But all of my readings right now, it is Black Friday, and my decks are on sale in my Etsy shop, so I will put the links down below. And if you guys want your own personalized version of this reading, I'll also put that link down below as well. So I hope everybody had a really nice Thanksgiving, and everybody's healthy. I know a lot of people right now are kind of coming down with colds and things like that, but I really hope that everybody is feeling okay, and that, you know, as we go into December, that we're looking forward to just the new year, maybe some fresh new starts, etc. So anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and go into the reading. So we're going to follow the outline that I've created here. Let me just go ahead and bring it up on my screen. Okay. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the divine masculine's main theme for growth and development at this time, okay? So I do tend to say he or him for masculine and she or her for feminine. It's just the way that I channel, so just go ahead and apply everything how it resonates for your exact situation. So all the decks that I'm using here, I believe, are created by myself, so there won't be any confusion. Everything is in my Etsy shop if you guys want it. All right, this is called my Earth and Sky Oracle. Let's see what the main theme for the divine masculine's growth and development is at this time. We have Panda. I love that. So the Panda is a peaceful problem solver, sees both sides of situations, creates balance, and also, craves balance and creates personal sanctuary, personal space. This is beautiful. So right now it could be that this masculine is currently wanting more of a peaceful vibration in his life. So let's go ahead and go into my Winds of Fortune deck and see what else is going on for the masculine soul development and growth right now. And we have the 10 of Clubs, abundance of cash, jackpot, inheritance, and financial breakthroughs. So this is awesome. This just means that right now, this masculine could be really focusing on his financial status or his career or some sort of a position where he is making some sort of money, because it does say financial breakthrough. So maybe where there was problems before, he's finding a way to clear some of these issues in his life, you know, make financial improvements, pay off debt, etc. There could also be an inheritance or a jackpot, like, you know, like a raise or a promotion as well. So whatever that is, it looks really good. So why don't we go ahead and go into my Treasure Trove Tarot. Let me just grab this. This is my Treasure Trove Tarot deck, and it's specifically for career and finances, but I oftentimes use this as just a general deck because it can really be used for anything. So let's see what else we've got going on here for this masculine. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. Monotonous, routine, missed opportunities, bored, and dissatisfied. I really feel like this is where the masculine has been, because as we know, the Four of Cups is kind of like that feeling where we just don't really feel super stoked about something. We feel kind of, you know, we can take something or leave something. It's just very monotonous. It's just a routine. We're not really thriving. But that 10 of Clubs, to me, definitely is a thriving card. So I feel like this masculine has had a breakthrough on his life purpose, what he loves to do, maybe getting out of a position at work where it was just kind of not going anywhere. So there's something happening right now on the masculine's you know, ascension journey, where he's really growing and developing when it comes to taking things that are unsatisfactory in his life and, you know, creating some sort of happiness for himself in what he does or what he loves to do. So that's really cool. I like to see that combination. Let's go ahead and get some more cards. We have Jupiter, and I really like this, you guys, because right now we are in Sagittarius season, which is ruled by Jupiter. So to me, the timing is just prime right now. It is the planet of prosperity, also mental expansion, spirituality and belief systems, and good fortune and travel. So there's some kind of a breakthrough when it comes to this masculine's prosperity and abundance at this particular time. So let's get another card here with my Winds of Fortune deck. We have the Five of Spades. It says life changes, disruptive influences, irritable energy, and silver linings. So that is what I'm getting here with this Four of Cups energy. There has been some sort of change here for the masculine. And I'm getting here that this is now, the theme is a change for the better. Whereas he was before, or bored before and not really feeling it, he's realizing that he's going to have to disrupt this energy in order to make some changes. So it's kind of like this new moon in Sagittarius that we literally just had, and that we're still in this energy, really is really pushing the masculine to expand beyond his current capabilities, or kind of to get out of a negative mindset so that way he can grow and prosper. So this is really a positive energy I'm seeing here. But the fives always indicate change. So there is some sort of change happening in the masculine's mental field. And it's creating changes for the better. Oh yeah, look at that, Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is actually Gemini's influence as well. So this says pursuit of a goal, drive and ambition, failure is not an option. So this is kind of like a can-do attitude. You know, taking our thoughts and really driving things forward. This is like the law of attraction, using words wisely, realizing that our belief system has a lot to do with what's showing up for us. So it's like the masculine could have just recently made a mental shift, was exposed to some sort of manifestation or law of attraction information, but realizes that his life could be so much more than it is, but he has to apply himself and he has to clear some sort of old belief system that wasn't working for him in the past. So something is really changing right now, and I feel like this masculine's really thriving moving forward. And there's just a lot of mental expansion, and that's what that card says to me. The Knight of Swords, Gemini's energy, is mental. It's Mercury. So it's like this Mercury-Jupiter combination going on that's really driving forth what this masculine believes. And a lot of things are changing in his life for the better. That 10 of Clubs is a very prosperous card. So right now, that is the masculine's current theme for growth and development. Major expansion, especially when it comes to prosperity and abundance, or what he does for a living, or what drives this masculine to move forward in a positive way. I think that looks really, really good. Okay. So now we're going to shift gears and go into the head and heart space that the masculine has when it comes to you, divine feminine. What does the energy look like when this masculine thinks about you, divine feminine? Let's look at this. This right here is called my divine feminine healing cards. How is this masculine currently seeing this divine feminine at this particular time? Mentally, what is the energy? Okay, so we have boundaries. Stand back. There could be a reason that this is coming up. Just take this if it resonates for you. But this feminine, as in you feminine, you could have recently or just in the past really put up healthy boundaries with this masculine. So in a way, it's like he knows that you're serious. Maybe he knows to stay away right now, especially if there has been some sort of hurt or there is some sort of confusion as to what both of you want right now in this connection. But this stand back energy just means I'm serious and I'm not going to either lower my standards or I don't want to play games. So if you want to come into my life or if you want to be a part of my life, you're going to have to level up in some way. So in a way, this masculine knows that this feminine is serious when it comes to her boundaries, what she wants, what she stands for, and who she is. And I love that for you, feminine. It's very strong. This right here is called my Connections for the Modern World Oracle. Yeah, dormant. Interesting. So to me, this is telling me that this feminine may have felt this way for a very long time, but she just kept kind of letting things go. and it festered and festered. So for some of you, just take it if it resonates, you could have snapped on this masculine, okay? Meaning like he could have triggered you for the last time, like you were just not going to put up with something, you just maybe lashed out or said something very abruptly. Okay. But that's because you might have been just letting something go and not being true to yourself. So to me, there is this finally you speaking your truth. And what it's done is it's kind of cleared up a lot of either stagnant energy or even toxic energy. So this is great because Sagittarius is all about expanding beyond this kind of dormant energy. You know, expanding beyond and growing and learning from this experience. So I just feel like this masculine right now is looking at you, feminine, as someone who has spoken her truth and someone that's not going to just lie down like a doormat. That's what's coming to me as well when I see that word dormant, doormat. That's what I'm seeing here. You're no longer going to be a doormat if that's the case. You're going to speak up for what you want. You're going to be truthful and honest about your needs, and you're not afraid to lose someone over your truth. All right, this is my connections of the Modern World Tarot that I created with my daughter, Kayla Reed Creations. King of Cups. This is Scorpio's energy. Okay. To me, this is a very emotionally mature energy. So it's like this masculine realizes, feminine, that he needs to be the King of Cups for you or this isn't going to work out. And I do really like to see this energy here because this is showing me that this masculine is wanting to really expand and to take things to the next level. Maybe even take some responsibility as to why he might feel the way that he does. Four of Cups usually indicates that if we just kind of take a look at things deeply, we can kind of figure out why we feel what we feel, that it's not always everyone else, it's ourselves. Something's going on within. So I feel like right now that's where this masculine is at, is he is trying to at least level up. I'm getting here for himself first, which is good. But what it does is it ultimately allows him to level up for this feminine. So I feel like that King of Cups showing up there is promising. I'm also getting here that this masculine does have a lot of feelings towards this feminine. You know, he may feel a lot of things, but maybe he doesn't actually show you. Maybe he's not voicing this to you at this particular time. Maybe a lot of these things are kind of dormant within him, and maybe he's putting up some boundaries right now himself and just kind of feeling safer in either silence or non-action right now while he works on himself. So all of those messages are coming through. So that's how he is seeing you right now, feminine. He's seeing you as very mature, serious, and not screwing around, and knowing that you deserve someone that is ready for you emotionally, that's mature emotionally. So if he can't be those things for you right now, that could be one of the reasons why he's kind of standing back and away from you, is because he knows that you deserve more than he can provide or give. All right, let's take a look at the heart space here that this masculine is in towards this feminine. We have triggers. Interesting. You know, I kind of feel like that's what I said earlier here. It's like this feminine has been severely triggered and she snapped on this masculine, or, you know, she just really put her foot down and said, I'm not taking anything. I'm not taking something anymore. I'm not afraid to lose. I'd rather be honest about how I feel than not. But this says triggers. So this is where the masculine, I feel, is perhaps feeling triggered emotionally by the feminine. She has leveled up with herself. And so this does trigger people because they realize that they're going to have to make some changes. And sometimes people are not ready to make changes. Sometimes people want to continue to be selfish or just look at themselves and worry about themselves. They don't want to really expand in that department. So I feel like this behavior from you, Divine Feminine, and your maturing and healing and growing and empowerment is triggering the masculine emotionally. That's what I'm seeing here. And that's probably why the King of Cups is showing up. And the King of Cups is represented by the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is death and transformation. So it's like forcing a little bit of a transformation here can somewhat be triggering. So this does say here, let me read it. When someone's behavior irritates me, I take it as an opportunity to heal something unresolved within myself. So to me, this is saying to us that this masculine right now being triggered by this feminine is in a way allowing him to take a look at himself instead of blaming other people for his unhappiness or his emptiness. So that's amazing. I love that combination. What else? Yeah, look at this. Really taking a look at the different styles. Instead of just it all being about him, I really feel like it's in a way forcing him to go within himself and say, you know what? He's looking at himself and he's looking at you, feminine. He's seeing both sides. He's seeing things and he's making some comparisons. He's kind of, looking at his life, trial and error, figuring out why maybe things haven't worked out or why he's in the position that he's in, either romantically or just in life. So I feel like you, in a way, are clashing with him, and it is creating some difference within him. It's creating a difference in his life, in his heart space, feminine. That's really amazing. Five of Cups. So there is some sort of an emotional trigger that's happening right now. So it says grieving, negative emotions, loss. Five of Cups is regret. Five of Cups is depression. Five of Cups is crying over the past, spilt milk, things like that. We're kind of taking a look at everything that hasn't worked out. So just like I suspected, masculine is being triggered right now to take a look at his life and make some changes for the better. So we have 2 5s that popped up already. The 5 here, which was, remember, what was that? 5 of Spades. Changes, making some life changes. Your energy right now, feminine, is actually a disruptive influence for this masculine. It helps him to look at things in a different perspective. So right now, feminine, you are triggering this masculine emotionally to see things differently, to make some changes for the better. So if right now your masculine is taking a step back or keeping you at arm's distance, there is a reason, because that means you're affecting him in some way, feminine. So that's what people do sometimes. They run away from change. They run away from people that are triggering them. But something is happening here, and that's what you need to know. All right, so now we're going to go into their current fears and desires when facing you and this connection. So what is this masculine currently desiring at this time with you, feminine? And what is he currently fearing when it comes to you? Let's look at that. All right, let's look at this. What is this masculine currently desiring at this time? This is my Spirits of Darkness and Light divination deck. Okay, so we do have Spirit of Connections. It says fated meeting, soulmate, divine counterpart. Interesting. So this does tell me, feminine, that this masculine is currently in the desire, like, of wanting to connect with you in some way. And some of you guys might say, you know what, that's really confusing, because if he wanted to connect with me, he would be connecting with me. He would be calling me. He would want to get together. That's not always the way that things work out. There's lots of people in my life that I'd love to connect with and that I miss, but I don't make any effort to make those connections happen. So sometimes people are just stuck within. This is my Arrows of Love Oracle. Let's see what else is going on with this desire here. Okay, we have farewell. Yeah, so there is, I feel, a separation for some of you guys in your connection, where maybe there has been a, parting of the ways, or there has been this, kind of like, like an emotional loss between the two of you. But he still feels connected to you, feminine. So what he desires, I feel, is to perhaps come back after he finds himself, after he goes off and figures some things out. I feel like he'd want to return to your life. All right, this is my Arrows of Love Tarot. After he retrieves some sort of keys, after he becomes successful on his journey, which we can see that he's working on that right now, it might be that's when he wants to return to your life. This is the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So some of you guys, that could be a little bit of a prediction for you that your masculine may retrieve some sort of keys to his spiritual ascension and come back to you in May of next year. I'm getting that for some of you guys, okay? It's not going to be for everybody. So that is the desire right now. The desire is to have some sort of success, to retrieve some sort of knowledge and understanding about who he is on this journey, and then perhaps to return to you once again because he feels this soul connection with you. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, let's go ahead and get the fear. What is the fear that this masculine has towards this feminine? What's the fear? This is my Divine Masculine Haunted deck. Okay, so Boys of Summer, that's a Don Henley song. I will never forget these nights, or those nights. So what the fear is that this masculine will not be able to forget you, Divine Feminine. Okay. Sometimes when we feel a very strong connection with someone, we fear that we're always going to feel that intense energy with them. We're afraid we're not going to be able to duplicate that if we move on with other people. And I do feel like this masculine struggles with not being able to forget the nights that you guys spent together because they were very magical. They were very intense. Yeah. 6 feet under. Our love is 6 feet under. So for a lot of you, I do feel like this is a separation situation where you might not be speaking to this masculine. This may be a past situation, or it just kind of feels like it's just, maybe too much has happened in order to, bring it back to life at this time. I feel like for some masculines, they're fearing that they killed it forever. Crazy in love. So I'm not myself lately. So this right here is indicating that this masculine doesn't feel like himself. And one of his fears is that he's not going to feel like himself again because of the separation with the feminine. There's something that makes him feel good when he's plugged into her. There's something that provides him some sort of like life and energy and inspiration. And for some reason, she really does that for him. So he's afraid that he's not going to be able to feel this way again. Without her, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and go into my twin flame journey shadows here. Let's see what else this masculine is fearing right now. Okay. So I feel like his fear is that, well, first of all, his fear creates non-action. His fear creates this inability to be able to move forward. So even though he feels all these things, it doesn't matter. He's still not taking action on this. Almost feels like he's destroyed too much. And it could be because some of them were very irresponsible. They may have acted out. They may have done things just without thinking. They could have really, really hurt you, feminine, without meaning to, but their actions just being irresponsible and just not really thinking ended up hurting you is what I'm seeing here. All right, let's go into my Dark Night of the Soul Tarot. Okay, yeah, there's that snail's pace energy. 7 of Pentacles, snail's pace, slow, very slow moving. I feel like this is a masculine that is learning on his journey, but he's slow to take action. So it does create a lot of frustration for you, feminine. That irresponsible energy to me is just telling me that this is a masculine that's still trying to mature, still trying to find himself on this journey. So, you want to make sure that you're not just sitting around waiting for this to happen. You want to keep moving forward with your life. I do feel like this masculine also has a fear that this feminine will try to seek revenge on him, or that he is going to feel some sort of way and he's going to deserve it. It's kind of like getting karma. He does fear that the karma here is that this feminine will better herself and better her life, even though he might want her to on some level. There's that fear that she's going to leave him in the dust and then it's going to be too late. So I'm getting that as well. And let's get one last one. Oh, yeah. The Eight of Cups, Eight of Sorrow, stranded island. He is afraid that this feminine is going to just abandon him forever and walk away. Now, he doesn't expect her to wait for him, but he is afraid that by the time he figures things out, which might be a while for some of them, that she's going to move on with her life, and she's going to, it's like you snooze, you lose. And I'm sorry to say, you guys, you know, sometimes that's how people learn, is if it might be too late for some of you, or it might just be like there's a soul lesson in losing what you had. Sometimes that's where the growth is. It's not the same story for everybody, but there is that. But yes, this masculine has fear that this feminine, that his karma, because he's taking so long, will be that he is abandoned in the end, and that she will move on with her life. And that and in a way, it's like he feels like he deserves it because he hasn't taken action and he's taking too long. Okay. All right. So let's take a look and see what is the masculine's energetic frequency that connects you to him most of the time. So what is this energetic frequency that exists between the two of you? What does this energy look like? This is my Depths of the Sea Oracle. Okay. Wow. So I feel like what this is saying to us is that right now, the masculine and you are connected in this feeling of feeling hollow inside without each other. There's this feeling that you miss each other very much. So both of you guys are plugged into that frequency. There's definitely this feeling here of just feeling kind of hollow and empty without each other. This is my Divine Feminine Ghosted deck. Let's see what else is coming through with this frequency. Yeah, our love is a ghost, familiar. So this is going to be for those of you that probably have not spoken to this masculine in a little bit, are in separation, or were even ghosted. There's this feeling of being hollowed out because of the way you guys parted. So a ghost means like, I'm not in your life anymore. I'm not speaking to you. I feel your presence around me, but we're not actually speaking. So there's this feeling of actually being sad because you guys are both feeling that the frequency of that emptiness. Okay. We also have the Surfer, which is risk assessment, which tells me here that both of you guys feel that it's a risk to either come back together or to let this go. So it's like you guys are both kind of up in the air with this connection. You know, you could go try to do something to improve it, but that's a risk, or just leave it behind, and that's a risk too. So you guys are both kind of caught in the middle, I'm seeing here with each other, and that's the shared frequency right now. Still loving you. Only love can break the walls someday. Okay, wow. That's very scary for both of you, I feel. So first of all, you guys are still loving each other. That's a Scorpion song. Still loving each other. And only love is actually going to break these walls someday. So when we're in our heart space, we're not in our egos. We're not in our fear. We're not worrying about the risks. We're not worried about what could possibly happen. We are just opening ourselves up because we just love someone so much we're willing to take that risk. So both of you guys are, like I said, feeling kind of empty, feeling like you guys are ghosts to one another, and know that the only answer really here is to put yourself out there in your heart space. And that's going to cause people to open themselves up to their true authentic self, so that way they can truly love each other and not be all worried about what's going to happen or what happened in the past. It's like this true forgiveness, this true unconditional love, this true restart. that needs to happen in order for this connection to work. So, and it needs to be both of you, not just one of you. So you guys both on some level, deep down in your hearts, know that both of you have to forgive each other or let go or forgive yourselves in order for this to work. So I kind of am getting that word someday. And I forget who sings it, and I feel like it's come up just recently. Someday when you're all alone. It was the song that was in my best friend's wedding, when her and her friend, Julia Roberts and her guy friend, they're on this boat and they're, dancing, and he's singing this, and then she dedicates that song to him at the very end. Maybe somebody can write it down in the comments below. Someday when you're feeling lonely or something. That's the song right now. Even though these are two songs, and I do have a playlist for these two decks, you guys, in my YouTube playlist channel. So that seems to be the frequency that you guys are connecting with the most at this time. You guys are both feeling lonely. You guys are both feeling like it's a risk, whether you move forward or step away. You guys feel like you guys are ghosts to one another. So you're feeling the familiar energy connected to one another. But at the same time, there's this sadness because you guys aren't together for a lot of you. That's what I'm getting here. This familiar energy to me also, it's like a spirit animal. Some of you guys feel like your person is your spirit animal or vice versa. So you feel each other in spirit a lot. You guys show up in a lot of ways in your lives, even if you're not seeing each other or speaking. I'm seeing that too. That's a frequency that's shared. Ooh, okay. All right, so now we're going to go into the masculine's higher self message to his feminine. What is the masculine's higher self to the feminine currently? What does this energy look like? Masculine's higher self to the feminine. All right, so these are my charm cards. So these two cards wanted to come up, so I will take them. I'm just going to grab one more. Okay. So we have feather, divine offering. Well, this masculine's higher self to the feminine right now is that he feels that you are a divine being and a divine presence that was offered to him when you guys met. Okay. So even if his feelings have changed, even if he's not acting as if that is what you are to him, this is from his higher self telling you that this is who you truly are to him. You're an offering from the divine. This love is an offering to him. It's kind of like an offer of a lifetime. Now, whether he takes it or leaves it is, of course, entirely up to him. But he does feel this divine connection with you when it comes to this love. Okay, let's see what else. We're going to go into my Twin Flame Journey Oracle. Yeah, he does feel like you're a part of his ascension process, feminine. He feels like he's growing or wants to become a better version of himself for you. So his higher self is definitely plugging him into this connection, plugging him into the importance of you in his life. That's what I'm seeing with that one. So let's get my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. Hanged Man's energy. Hanged Man's energy is Neptune, Pisces energy. So this masculine has you in his heart for sure, feminine. That's definitely coming up. But there's still something that he needs to unlock. And what's interesting is that we had this came up early in the reading. The keys. That key opens up that lock. So this masculine is working on mastering something and becoming more successful. And it might just be that through financial things or his purpose and mission really helps him as he grows on his journey to become a better version or to feel better about himself. Because if we feel crappy about ourselves, we don't believe in ourselves, we don't love ourselves, we're not going to be able to show up fully for other people. We're just not. So that's what's happening right now. This masculine is on a journey to ascend in this way, to become a better version of himself. And you have something to do with that, feminine. So that's his message to you, is that you're actually helping me whether you know it or not, just by being you, by being strong, by being this person that has put up healthy boundaries with me. You're actually helping me to grow as a person. That's so cool. This is my Divine Masculine Revelations deck. Okay, judgments. I care too much about what other people think right now. So this masculine does worry about the way that other people look at him. He also worries about the way that you look at him as well. So this is a fear that he has. This also keeps him kind of on lockdown because he is afraid that maybe you think negative things about him because of maybe things that have happened in the past, etc. Okay. But even if that's, if it's true or not true, it doesn't matter. That's how he feels. And that's what he's telling you right now from his current heart space. So this next one was extraordinary to me. This is an extraordinary love. He's saying he's never felt anything like this before. This is very unique. It's very special. It's something that's irreplaceable, okay? Really feels a connection to you that is out of this world. We also have summer's energy here. So the summer is warmth, okay? Now, your connection could be connected to summer. There could be something beautiful about the summer. But to me, this is just like that warm feeling. It's like when you're laying on the beach in the warm sand. Oh my gosh, that's just that connection that you just feel with the earth. It just feels so good. It feels so amazing. That's what I'm picking up from this masculine. He's trying to tell you that he feels so good and so warm in your presence. It's an extraordinary feeling, one that he can't duplicate. And the Page of Cups. So I have double Pisces energy coming through here. If you guys are dealing with the Pisces, or your masculine's a Pisces, or maybe you are, this could be a very, very special message for you. But the Page of Cups is someone who does want to offer something, even if it's something small. So some of you guys could hear from this masculine. This is something that he's thinking about messaging you, okay? Messaging you that there's something very extraordinary and special about you. It's almost like a gift, a divine offering you some sort of a clue that even if he can't be in your life right now or can't go the full distance with you, that you still mean something very significant to him. I feel like some of you guys will be receiving this message, at some point down the line. Yeah, I still remember the good times we shared. Some of you guys could have a lot of memories together in the summertime, okay? A lot of memories. Maybe you guys spent time in vacationing near bodies of water, tropical locations, the beach, something like that. But it doesn't matter where it was at. This masculine plugs into the happiness that he felt and the sunny energy, like that warmth, that energy. He plugs into this and he remembers this good time that you guys had together. So it's very special to him, his memories with you. Now we have birdcage, trapped. What exactly is this telling us here? What is this energy with trapped? Interesting. I feel like he's explaining something that happened in the past. Because he felt trapped, because he felt scared, because something happened, he destroyed this connection. He sabotaged it in some way. He did some things that basically destroyed things, is what I'm getting here. So he's explaining his behavior in the past. But we have the King of Wands, which is Leo's energy. I'm getting here too that he had a vision. He had a vision of how he wanted his life to be. And so when you guys came together, it may have just been that he was not at that level yet. He wasn't ready. He wasn't mature. The kings to me are always very mature. And especially the King of Wands is somebody who knows themselves. They know themselves through experience. They have to live their lives in order to find themselves. You can't just tell the King of Wands something. He has to figure it out for himself. So I just feel that because this masculine was still growing and still trying to find himself, he may have felt trapped when the two of you tried to make a connection and just didn't feel like he could settle down with you. So he could have destroyed something. Okay. But I am getting here on the bottom of the deck that the Queen of Pentacles is you. And the Queen of Pentacles is very valuable divine feminine, somebody that we really, really want to nurture and protect, our ideal partner, our ideal mate. So this masculine is trying to tell you, feminine, that you were always the Queen of Pentacles. Even if he didn't treat you like the Queen of Pentacles, he always valued you. Even if he like couldn't show you at that time, you were always the Queen of Pentacles. And if he made you feel like you were anything less than the Queen of Pentacles, I'm getting here, he is sorry for that, because he chose to deal with his life or his frustration or his, not knowing who he was a certain way, and it had a negative effect on you, and I'm getting here, he's sorry. Okay, future, it all comes down to divine timing. So I feel like that's what he's saying. He's saying here that even though perhaps in the past that there has been some sort of destruction here or something has fallen apart, the future, and as he steps into his own, it all comes down to the timing of when you guys perhaps at some point might try to give this a second shot or something, however many shots it's been, but another shot. So as he grows in the future, as he expands, as we can see right now, that's where he's at on his path. He may try to reconcile or try to apologize for his behavior in the past. And I just feel like there is this apology that's even coming through. Now, on the bottom of the deck, I do have promise. I will come back for you. That's not to keep anybody stuck. That's not to guarantee anything. But this masculine in this reading that I'm channeling today is someone who does plan on coming back. And I did get that with the farewell message earlier on, that after a period of time of finding myself, I will come back for you. Okay. So that's the higher self message to the feminine right now from this masculine. So how are your spirit guides assisting you at this time when it comes to this connection? What are their messages for you? This is my Signs from Spirit Love Oracle. I love that. 999. It says profound lessons are at hand. Completion of a cycle is near. So embrace change, you guys. Also embrace endings. And if right now it seems like you and the masculine are over for good, just embrace that right now, because there is some sort of transformation that's taking place. Allow it. Anytime we try to resist this or hang on to the old, it just makes it much more painful for us. Our entire journey just becomes really, really heavy. And Spirit's saying that there is something necessary that is happening right now, okay? And if you guys are seeing nines, that's also Spirit's way of connecting you to mastering yourself, but letting go of something. Oh, we have a lot of numbers coming up here. 4, so we have 9s and 4s. 49 or 99 or 94. It could even be somebody's age at 49. There's something that's happening on a profound level here. So it says your hard work and determination is creating blessed foundations for the future. So whatever work you're doing on yourself right now or in your life, same thing with the masculine feminines, it matters. It's ascension, it's growth, it's expansion. So try not to look at what's going on right now as worthless. It doesn't matter. Try not to also give up on yourselves, because every bit of growth that you do in this lifetime adds to the next. So, it doesn't mean you can't give yourself a break, or that you can't just take some time, to not constantly work on yourself. But your hard work does determine the outcome here of your life. So that's important. And same thing for the masculine. We have orbs of light. So the spirit realm is definitely with you. So you guys could have people from the other side that have passed on that are working as spirit guides in your life, or this is just the spirit realm showing up with orbs of light. So if you guys are seeing different orbs of light or certain colors, getting here pink and blue, and then we also have yellow and orange and a little bit of green. So it's like perhaps something is happening, speaking to you on some sort of a level, maybe with your chakras, or you're just seeing different energies. Look up what the colors mean and the messages that are coming to you, or these numbers that are coming to you. I'm getting here, look some things up. And when you look these things up, it's giving you a message for that time that you need that message. So something significant is happening with the spirit realm. And you guys are connecting something. You're connecting to your higher selves. You're also connecting with your masculine, and your masculine's connecting with you in spirit. But this is also about your spirit team and people that have passed on the other side that are trying to help and to guide you through their light. This is my twin flame angel numbers deck. Let's see what other numbers are coming through. So far we have 9s and 4s. Okay, so we have 1,000. Love that. Or 10s or 1s. Go within. Your angels have a special message they would like to share with you. So we are supposed to work with our spirit team. So this to me is about sitting down, praying, meditating, keeping quiet, just listening, going out into nature, asking, waiting for that guidance to come. So we are being asked to sit down and sit with our spirit team and allow them to reveal to us whatever messages they want to share. So it's a time for spirit is what I'm getting here. And that's right now how your spirit guides and angels are assisting you with this connection is by going within, you know, taking time to connect with your higher self, taking time for you. That's where a lot of your answers are going to be revealed. That's where a lot of the guidance is. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have 999 again. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. So this mastery of self-love has been obtained in preparation for union. So there is this mastery of self-love that is being obtained right now. Remember the King of Cups? To me, that is emotional mastery. That's also loving the self. So we can see that the masculine right now is in the process of doing that. I'm also getting for some of you feminines, you might be in the process of doing that yourself. Some of you guys may have already obtained that. But what it's ultimately doing is it's preparing you for union. Now, a lot of people will see union as something that is outside of the self. That means union with masculine. Not always, you guys. That's union within the self. And when you're feeling that union within, it's almost like everything outside of you is just, you're connected to. You're no longer feeling separated from it. So it's a beautiful energy. So 9s are huge. And I like this. 9 plus 1 is 10, which is completion to me. So let anything go that needs to let go of right now. Trust in your spirit team, trust in a higher purpose, trust in a higher mission right now. Even if things in the 3D world or with your physical eyes don't look that promising, really have faith that everything is falling into place exactly the way that it should. There's a higher reason and a higher purpose for what's going on right now with your life or even this connection. That's beautiful. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and end the reading with upcoming energies as both you and your masculine move forward, okay? So let's take a look at those energies here. This right here is called My Shift Your Vibes, a Suggestion Deck. Future energy here. Love that. And what a perfect time, right? It was just Thanksgiving yesterday. The month of November is always a great time to just really think about the things that you're grateful for. So I'm getting here to make a list, make a gratitude list of everything that's good in your life. This will also help to create more of like just a more growth mindset, as well as keeping your thoughts. It's not about keeping your thoughts pure. It's just about keeping your thoughts in a good place, a stable place. When we're emotionally dysregulated, you know, if something happens to us and we're just like, everything is just doom and gloom, everything is shit, everything just falls apart, we're not emotionally regulated. When we spend more time just strengthening, you know, our thoughts and being very mindful of where our thoughts are going. If they're going haywire, this and that, all over the place, we do need to start implementing some practices that help us to be more mindful of where we're at, why we're feeling the way that we're feeling, what we can do about it, how we can change things, etc. So to me, this is just like a mental list. Being more mindful of our energy. So that's what I see for both you and the masculine here, is that both of you guys are going to be much more mindful of what you're thinking and what you're doing and how it affects yourselves and also how it affects each other. So I love that energy. We have hiking I love this discovery of who you are. So some of you guys will be spending time more outdoors, but I just feel like you guys are going to be out living your lives and discovering who you truly are. Because if you can discover who you truly are, then you want to discover who other people are as well. There's room for expansion because you're not feeling trapped. You're not feeling like you didn't live your life. And I just feel with the birdcage coming up for masculine earlier, that this masculine may have felt at the time when you guys came together, or feels this way now, that he doesn't have enough time for himself. And when we feel caged in, we tend to make very abrupt decisions by cutting people out, or just like by treating them a certain way, when really it's not even about them, it's about our own frustration. So we end up hurting people because we don't have enough time for ourselves. So I feel like both of you guys are moving forward and making more time for yourselves. So that way, perhaps in the future, you can make more time for each other. So loving the self creates love for other people. Oh my gosh, love this. Help someone. So you guys are helping yourselves. Why? So you guys can help other people, or even help each other. So you guys are shifting, and it doesn't mean, oh, it's positive vibe, good vibes only. You know, we need to be grounded too. We need to be aware that sometimes the things that we're feeling, even if it's negative, it means something. It saves our asses in situations. It helps us to be strong and to move through tough times. So, you know, negative feelings aren't always a bad thing. We have to pay attention to them. But we're talking about marinating in them and solely just focusing on the doom and gloom. That's not really going to help you either. You know what I mean? So that feel-good vibe to me just tells me that by helping ourselves, we feel better when we're connecting with other people. So that seems to be right now the ascension I feel for both of you, is the more that you guys dedicate to your own personal journey and discover who you truly are, the more that's just going to have a positive effect for this connection in the future. So let's go ahead and go into my Oracle of Chance deck. Pelican, gather more information. Discovery with who you are. Yes, that pelican is like gathering things, and it just sits in that, like, I don't know what that thing's called, but it's pretty cool. Gathering things, food for thought later, or food, or, you know, creating resources, not resources, but, just having things for later. So that just means taking care of the self. That's what I'm seeing that as. Mother Mary, forgiveness of yourself and others is crucial for your future happiness. So again, that is just what we were talking about here. Not only is it taking care of yourself, but it is forgiving yourself. If you can't forgive yourself, there's no way that you're going to be able to forgive someone else. So that's why it's so crucial right now on your journey to really, really snuggle up with you and love you for a change, right? So this masculine promotes this in you, inspires this in you, and you also do this for this masculine. So your journeys are very similar is what I'm seeing at this time. And, you know, even if you're not together, walking this journey together, you guys certainly are walking this journey together in spirit. And I think that that's beautiful. All right. So let's go ahead and get some words, some possible future words. This is my Twin Flame Journey Messages, Volume 1. Future words here. Future conversation. Okay, so I definitely got this earlier, an apology. Somebody knows they screwed up, okay? And they don't know how to fix it right now, so they're going to explain, this is why I did not come quicker. This is why I didn't come sooner. This is why I didn't reach out to you. I didn't know how to fix it. So there's an explanation as to why someone didn't apologize, or why it took them so long to apologize. And I feel like what that does is it creates compassion. We're not so upset. We're not so upset because someone is explaining to us their behavior. It doesn't necessarily mean it's okay, but we're willing to forgive them. We're willing to forgive them. And I do feel like someone needs to forgive themselves for screwing something up. All right, this is my Twin Flame Journey Messages, Volume 2. I just got sidetracked. Yeah, somebody explaining. It's like, it wasn't you, it was me. And this brings so much love. It dissipates all the frustration, all the anger, all the hate, if there is hate here. It actually shifts this connection to a a better vibration than where it might be at right now. Because remember, your shared frequency is that you guys both feel kind of gutted, hollowed out, sad, missing each other, melancholy. But you guys are both only human, and you guys are both learning who you are through the mistakes that you made. And so as long as you guys can, see yourselves through other people's eyes, or see somebody else through, no, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just like when you can have compassion for yourself, you can have compassion for other people. So there's a process here, and you guys are both on that journey right now to discover yourselves in that way, to unconditionally love yourselves, so you guys can actually experience that with each other, or other people, whatever's meant here. But let's get 5 cards for this future energy for you and this masculine. But I see an apology coming, or an explanation as to where someone's been or why it took so long. Yeah, justice will be served. That's what I'm seeing here. Justice will be served. You will get what you deserve. There's karma as well. So some kind of karmic cycles are playing out for people, and it's through that karma that they're going to come to some sort of understanding. So people are learning something and taking responsibility and making things right. Yeah, and it's going to create a lot of healing and recovery. Like, we're going to finally feel, wow, like I've been waiting for this, and I'm so happy to know that this is what it was. Thank you for explaining it to me. Thank you for saying these things to me. And I feel like it will create a new foundation in the future. So you guys will be able to recover from this and perhaps move forward and build something together, something better. Knight of Wands. So the Sagittarius season, which is right now until I think the 3rd week of December, there's going to be a lot of discovery. There's going to be a lot of movement within yourselves. The Knight of Wands is kind of like not that stable energy, very much out and about, very much living their lives, very much just kind of expanding through experiences. But the ultimate end is the King of Wands, which is somebody who finally arrives at that destination with themselves. Yep, there's a Knight of Pentacles. So this is right here is Virgo's energy. So the Knight of Wands is very quick, and the Knight of Pentacles is very slow and steady. So I feel like there's 2 different energies here. This could be describing you, feminine, and describing your masculine. So right now somebody is like in a more stable energy, and the other person is in this like kind of chaotic energy. So it's going to take some time for someone to balance out their energy and to be ready to have this commitment and to build this 4 of Wands with you. So there's a lot of healing and recovery that needs to be done. But what I'm getting here is that this is just a part of the soul contract between you and this masculine right now. You guys are both building a future together, but you're doing it in a very unique way, if that makes sense. But no one's putting their lives on hold. No one's, there's no guarantees here. I don't want anyone to stay stuck on these things. That's not my, it's not my thing. I definitely want everybody to take care of themselves at the end of the day. But this is what I'm getting here for you divine feminines out there that are resonating with this reading. I hope that it was helpful to you. And like I said, if you guys want your own personalized version of this reading, be sure to take a look at the link down below, you guys. So happy Friday to you, and I will catch you guys later on with another reading. All right, take care. Bye-bye.